That's mental. Hello and welcome to another edition of Drivers Keepers. Now we're in Sherburn in Elmet near Leeds, actually between Leeds and York, and we're with this beautiful Alfa 4C.
Welcome to Drivers Keepers.
So we're with Alec Howarth, MD of The Motorist, with his fantastic Alfa. And it's funny because Alec has got a story not dissimilar to mine about how you actually acquired this and how you had to sacrifice, was it your wife's kitchen?
It was my wife's kitchen.
So
yes,
just tell
indeed.
us about the background to it.
Yeah, sure. So I've had a number of Alfas over the year and really fell in love with the 4C when it came out in 2013, 2014. And it was one of those cars that I knew I was going to get at some stage in my life. And prior to this, I had a Barrera Spider 3.2 and loved the car, beautiful looking thing, but it was not the most dynamic of sports cars. So I wanted to get back into a true sports car. Like the look of the Arbrath 124, so went to test drive a Arbrath 124, and lo and behold, this was sat there in the car park by the side of it.
Yeah.
So my wife very kindly said, go and have a test drive in it, go and have a look, scratch the itch. And I said to her, well, we can't afford it, love. And she goes, well, don't worry about that, just go and have a go, because you won't be able to get in it, you won't like it, so it'll kind of like put that to bed. Lo and behold, got in it, loved it, she liked it, and she goes, buy it. And I said, well, we can't afford it. And she goes, no, buy it. And we'd saved up 10 or 15 grand to convert the kitchen. And she goes, spend the money that we saved up. You work hard enough, you turned 50, so do it. And I said, are you sure? And she goes, I'm not going to tell you again. So I said, yes. So that's how I got to get the 4C. So now she affectionately terms it as the Yellow Kitchen, which it's still known as.
Well, that's amazing. And you've had a lot of Alfas from what you were just saying earlier.
Yeah.
So how many have you had?
So I grew up in the motor trade, and my father specialised in Fiats and Alfa Romeos, and they were always just the evocative mark and those old stories of Fangio and Ferrari, etc. And the history of the mark, and so I suppose got bitten at a very early age by driving Alfas. Initially, MOT scrappers round a field that we had at the back of the garage, and I think I was trying to tot it up the other day, probably best part of 20.
20?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, some better than others, I have to admit. Some that I wish I'd never got rid of, others I wish I'd never bought. But that's always the case with car ownership, I suppose.
No, exactly. So how often do you actually use this? Because you've done quite a lot of miles. You've done 40-odd thousand miles in it, and you've had it since new.
No, I bought it second hand. It was actually a press car for Alfa Romeo.
Oh, okay, right.
So I've got pictures of magazines with it at London Fashion Week, etc.
Right.
So it wasn't the track car. Press car, but it was the one used in pictures because of the colour and the spec, etc. when the Spider came out. So I bought it, it was 2 years old.
You've been abroad in it, definitely. So where have you been?
So I've done, 3 or 4 European road trips in it.
Alec, just remind me of the name of your road trip, because I love it.
So we call it the E-by Gumball Rally. So in essence, it's a pun on the Gumball Rally, clearly, but it's a bunch of Yorkshire guys that got together initially as a stag week, and then it's just evolved over the last 12 or so years. And it's done on a budget, and it's done to a shoestring. And over the years, the cars have got slightly more exotic, and the hotels slightly better, and certainly the wine list a little bit more perused. But in essence, it's the same ethos of a bunch of guys together having a laugh and enjoying making memories. So we've done down through France to Monaco.
Yeah.
The first one, when I got it in 2019, we sailed to Santander, across through Picos to Europe,
Right.
to Santiago, down to Porto and up the N500, the
Yes, I know it,
Jura
yeah.
Valley Road. So that was a fantastic trip, and to really get to know the car and
Yeah.
its foibles, etc. Done the Rioja run in it, and then more latterly Slovenia.
And tell us about the story you mentioned earlier about the roof when you were abroad in it.
This is an ideal car in many ways to do a European road trip. It's quite agile, reasonably economical, to be fair, but luggage space is not great.
No,
So,
no.
you know, we hatched on the idea, me and the friend that go with me, to befriend somebody in a Porsche Boxster, so at least you can borrow one of their either front or rear boots, which is absolutely fine until we got into Santander, set off, torrential thunderstorm, and we'd happened to put the roof in the Boxster and keep our luggage with us. So we had to find a convenient road bridge and sit it out for about 15 minutes while the rain dried, and then certainly made sure that the roof stays with the car and the luggage goes with the Boxster.
Brilliant. And how have you actually found it on a day-to-day basis? Because you do drive it a lot. I said that earlier, but you do drive it not every day, but you're behind the wheel a fair bit.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't buy it to stick in the garage. I bought it to use it, you know, and enthuse and enjoy the car. And you know, like having or being a long-suffering Alfa owner, it is one that, you know, it has its foibles. But yeah, no, it's fine. You know, as long as it's a good car to go shopping in, because you can't fit that much in, so it makes it.
So she's never going to stamp on the credit card when she's out shopping,
exactly.
I guess. Yeah,
absolutely.
No,
but no,
brilliant.
it's been fine. It's you know, it's not the most practical of cars, clearly, but it's fun.
Yeah, and it's got a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine.
Yeah.
Now, wasn't it? What aren't these made at the Maserati factory?
The car is assembled at the Maserati factory. Yeah. So the tub was made. It's carbon tub.
Yeah.
You can see later, but the carbon tub was then made at I can't remember the name of the plant, but somewhere in Majoria.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then shipped to the Maserati factory, and the car's assembled there. But yeah, it's 1750. Typical Alfa 1750 turbocharged 4-cylinder.
Yeah, and there's not many of them in this country. There's 400, 500, something like that.
Yeah, less of the spiders. I think there's about 115, 120 spiders, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, a reasonably rare car. Like so many ways, typical Alfa, you know, great concept. Typical Italian cars, to be fair, great concept, but never really developed it. And, you know, it's resigned to the annals. I think they stopped making them in 22.
Right.
22, 23.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
But yeah, shame, because, you know, it's what it is. But yeah, love it.
And what's resale value like on these? I actually haven't had a look, so I don't know. I genuinely don't know. So what?
So I paid, yeah, sort of like late 30s for it. They climbed in price now to, you know, 45 to 50.
Right. Yeah. So Alec, I guess the question is it a keeper?
Yeah, most definitely. Now Scratchy hasn't got one. I've got no intention of, you know, that'll be here. Yeah, no, it's definitely a keeper.
No, that's brilliant.
Wow, no power steering. That's the first thing you notice. Oh, it's a long time since I've driven anything with no power steering.
Bloody hell, really?
Yeah, that is heavy.
I guess the faster you go.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be when we're on the move, but sounds good, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Sounds well, doesn't it?
Little turbo whistle, little bark from the exhaust. You've got the whole shebang going on.
That sounds terrific,
That's
doesn't
mental. Oh, let's put the windows up so we don't get wind noise. Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Alec was saying this has had some mods on it as well, so I think it's got 290 brake horse, but it only weighs 870
Yeah,
kilos.
they're light, aren't they? It's like
Just
Lotus,
got a carbon tub.
it's Lotus Elise kind of weight. You can feel it as well.
And I guess that would be its main competitor, wouldn't it?
Yeah. When I used to have an Elise, that thing of you could feel the lightness.
Yeah.
You can definitely feel the lightness in this. I mean, look how darty it is as well. It's amazing. I love stuff like this. I love my Elise. If I'd got the space and the money, I would have definitely kept that car.
So you had an Elise, you did, didn't you? That's right.
Yeah.
You're all clear.
you know, I was very tempted. But they were a fortune new. I mean, they were a...
I think they were 50 grand.
More than that. Yeah, they were bonkers money. But now I mean, I think they are appreciating now, but they've dropped to still a lot of money, but an more affordable level.
Yeah.
Right, hang on.
This would be like in race mode, but I wouldn't fancy it in a damp conditions like we've got today. But
wow, oh, I'm hooked already. I think you're going to like this, Sam. The view out the mirrors as well. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Scoops and the bodywork.
It's not unlike a is it a 4? It's yours, the 430 got those.
Yeah, they're a bit more 488 shape though.
Yeah, they are, that's correct.
They're very similar.
Yeah, 488.
It's a dramatic looking car from any angle. And inside as well. I mean, I'd heard that people were a bit, you know, said it looks a bit cheap, but you've got nice leather, you've got stitching.
And I love all this carbon that you can see. It's not too much in your face, but it's just there, isn't it?
The exposed tub just makes it feel very special, doesn't it?
The aluminium, and I pointed out those pedals earlier about how they come out of the floor, like the 911.
Yeah.
Well, the older 911s, I don't know if the new ones do, but the older ones definitely do. And it's a pleasant noise, isn't it?
It's a great noise. Oh, that turbo is mental.
Absolutely fantastic.
I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I knew it was turbocharged, but I didn't know it would be so vocal. The only thing I've heard reports that the handling's a bit wayward, and it does. I kind of know what. It's not an easy car to relax into, so it feels a little bit like it wants to go off. It wants to go off in that direction, then it wants to go off in that direction, especially under acceleration. But that just adds to the whole. You've got to drive it.
Yeah.
You've got to be on your game, which I actually like that about it.
You don't want to be in a sports car or a supercar that you can just relax in.
No, I mean, you aren't driving this like that unless you're just super cruising. You have got to be both hands on the wheel. I mean, I was kind of thinking on the way up here that a manual one would be nice. It was never an option.
Yeah.
I don't think you want a manual one of these. You want both hands on the wheel.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, again, you've got 870 kilos in a carbon tub.
Yeah.
And 290 brake horsepower, which...
let me tell you, it's more than enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm loving it.
Yeah, when I got in it, because I've got long legs, and I thought, oh God. But actually, once you're in, it's really comfortable.
Yeah, there's plenty of room, isn't there? The only thing I would want different is I'd want bigger paddles.
Yeah.
They're tiny, these little things, and they really don't move very far when you pull them. I'd like a bit more action. Some big carbon paddles or something would be nice. But apart from that, I don't think I'd change anything. And
what do you think about the lack of power steering?
It's all right when you're on the move, like we said. I mean, it's not going to be pleasant in a car park, but especially at the minute for me because I've got a gammy arm. But
have you? Well, what have you done?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I think you mentioned it. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I've been to. Oh, we haven't got much of a turning circle, people.
Reverse. Sorry, I wasn't trying to drive for you. I'd just seen it.
Thank you. Oh, still in reverse.
Guy behind's probably thinking we've stolen it.
Do restricted sign.
Oh well. Jeez.
really don't want to swap over and let you drive it, so.
Oh, well.
But I will.
That car behind's disappeared.
Yeah. Wow. I can see what Alec was saying about good car for a road trip, because just fun.
Yeah.
Just fun.
Does feel skittish.
Yeah,
Like you're always correcting.
You totally are. You have got to be on your A game. It's not relaxing by any stretch of the imagination. It's not an easy car to drive slow. It just eggs you on.
Does it?
It's just like, come on,
Yeah.
let's have it then. Whew. Right, mate, your turn. Okay, so neutral is there. And brake on.
Oh, bloody hell. Do you want a hand?
Oh, it's like getting in and out of your side.
Ready?
Ready.
I'm not pushing it as fast as you, but bloody hell.
Wants to go, doesn't it?
Oh, wow. Does it? And that steering lightens up as soon as you take off.
Yeah.
Do you know, when I was sat where you are, it gave me absolutely no indication that it would feel like this. I don't know why, but it's just fantastic.
Hang on, I've left my microphone on there.
Oh.
Wants to go, doesn't it?
I have to keep reining it back.
Yeah. We might have to get a quick lesson in putting the roof on. It looks like it's starting to rain,
Well,
so.
we'll be alright as long as we keep the speed up. It's a good excuse. Oh, but yeah, I see what you mean with the steering. It's always, you need to correct it constantly.
Yeah.
Alec sat back in his office thinking, I hope they get back in one piece. Because it is, you can tell it would be, I'm going to turn around here.
Yeah.
But it's, oh bloody hell, yeah.
Told you.
It is difficult to get that. I wasn't even pushing it like you were there. It's stunning.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hoped it was going to be good because I've always loved Alfa, but it's better than I thought it was going to be. I made a list last night because I've always wanted an Alfa, and I've always just chickened out at the last minute and gone for something more run of the mill, I suppose. But 80 Mille Miglia, want one of those. Disco Volante, old one or new one, want one of those. Thing called the Disco Volante. I'll put a picture up on the screen now, amazing. Giulia GT, Montreal, 164 or a 166, an 8C Competizione. And a Brera. I'd love a Brera as well.
A what?
Alfa Romeo Brera.
Oh yeah, Brera. Yeah.
33 Stradale. I mean, there's so many to choose from. And like I was saying, I'd probably need to upgrade the KN soon. Do I go for a Stelvio Quattro Quadrifoglio? It's the fastest SUV you can buy. It's got Ferrari engine in it. I mean, they're just bonkers, Alfa, but in such a good way.
Yeah. Mincemeat on country roads of your car, haven't I?
Oh yeah.
It'd murder them.
Yeah. Leave them for dead. hallmarks of a keeper, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah,
Smiles per mile through the roof.
yeah, without a doubt.
Brakes are reassuring, aren't they? Which they need to be with the power that it's got.
Yeah. It's almost rude, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, Alec, I come to the Motorist a lot. Simon comes to the Motorist a lot. I absolutely love this venue. Just tell us, for people who've never been here before, just about the background of it and what you actually do here, because I think it's great.
Thank you. I mean, the Motorist, the Motorist has evolved over the years. So originally started out as a garage workshop with a trailer van selling burgers and bacon sandwiches,
I remember
etc.
that. Yeah.
And then, 2 or 3 people came for a car meet, then 4 or 5, 6 or 10, etc. Then developed into a bigger cafe, the Blue Train Cafe, that's now our body shop. And then latterly, more recently, in 2022, where we've got the Arnage restaurant open.
Yeah.
But I think the Motorist is, we're very busy at the weekend. We do Saturday socials, and please, have a look at what we do, which has got different genres or types of meets. We had supercars last Saturday. We got Rally Legends this Saturday. I think we've got Best of British coming up, German Barnstormers, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sunday coffee and cars is always busy, and then the rest of the time midweek, as you can see here today, being a Tuesday, fairly busy. We have corporate meetings, reasonably prolific.
You have function
in
rooms, all sorts, everything.
Yeah. But we've also got the garage and workshop, which deals with probably 60% classic car restorations from nut and bolt to recommissioning cars that have not been used for a while. Modern diagnostics and servicing, and then a fully equipped refurbishment body shop that can do complete resprays. I think we've got a Rolls Royce in there at the moment, etc. And we've also got the most recent addition through last year. We've got the store here at the Motorist, which sells everything from car-related T-shirts to detailing products to toys to anything car, tin signs, Scalextrics, Lego, the works. So that gift for that person that's got everything, then come to the Motorist and you can find somebody, especially if they're a car enthusiast.
Whereabouts are we? Just tell us for people who don't know. We're near between Leeds and York.
Between Leeds and York, in a village or a town called Sherburn in Elmlet. Equidistant between Leeds and York. We're fairly close to motorway links, the M1 and M62. So to get north and south and east and west, we're a fairly good location. We've got banks of parking, which of course means that on a busy Saturday and Sunday we can get anything upwards of 600 to 800 cars here. And it's great atmosphere, and if you haven't been before, please do come.
Brilliant. No, thanks, Alec. That's brilliant.
So there you go, another episode of Drivers Keepers, this time featuring this. Who doesn't love an Alfa? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, maybe like the channel, maybe subscribe if you're one of the people who's already subscribed. Thank you so much, we really appreciate it. And if you haven't yet done so, now's your opportunity. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon enough for another episode.
Thanks again. See ya.